welcome back. You're still watching Nile TV International, a special edition of Nile Cruise for today, celebrating Media Day and the anniversary of Nile TV International as well as the Egyptian radio. And I have all the honor to be having with me for this segment one of the main founding members of Nile TV International, a name synonymous with commitment, credibility, and a unique voice for sports journalism, Nermeen Abdulrahman. Thank you very much.
Ahmed, thank you very much for everything, and
Anytime.
it's such an introduction. I don't think that I deserve all of this.
You deserve more than this, because I
Thank
have
you,
learned
dear.
a lot from you over the past 10 or 15 years on Nile TV International. How about the legacy of this channel being one of the founding members of the channel? What does it mean to you?
Tell you something, Ahmed. We are here such a big family, and we are all together forming Nile TV International. Simply, when you talk about Nile TV, we talk about our second home, and we talk about just being with us together for the best interest of this channel. The screen of Nile TV International is our aim, it's our target, and to exert the utmost effort to introduce the best we have, and to be all the time following up the most recent news, and to do everything for achieving this target, of course, for the sake of our followers, our fans, our viewers, and to build this kind of mutual confidence that whenever we are there, we are going to introduce the best we have and the latest. This is Nile TV International, and this is the way we have been trying all the time to continue with that, whatever the case is. I mean, of course, there were a lot of difficult circumstances, a lot of issues, a lot of things which, or obstacles on the way, but this is work, and this is something which I think will be all the time taking place. Our main issue is to get over all these obstacles and to continue with achieving this aim on the ground. That's it.
Yes, but this place, the Egyptian Radio and Television Union, the National Media Authority, and more specifically Nile TV International, it has a special identity. How has this identity shaped you personally and professionally?
I'm proud, and all the time I'm proud to say that I'm one of this family, because this family, as you've said, it's unique.
Yes.
And to be the only channel speaking about Egypt and introducing Egypt to the whole world in different languages, this is something which I think incomparable. And whenever I'm trying to introduce myself as part of this family, this is now part and parcel of my character, of my personality. I mean, I cannot imagine myself without this part, because when I calculate the time I spent with my family and the time I spent with you and with my family in Nile TV International, I think the equation is not going to be that fair.
How have things changed for the better under the leadership of Dr. Taghreed Hussein, in your opinion?
The very first president of Nile TV from us, from our staff. And because of that, Taghreed Hussein knew well all about what we have suffered, know well what are the obstacles on the way, trying all the time to eliminate all these obstacles in front of us, and above all, one of us. Taghreed is one of us, and she has such managerial skills, and this was very much clear when she was only the manager of the news programs, for example.
Yes.
And a day after the other, there is accumulated experience, and of course, on top of this experience, being the president of Nile TV International, I mean, you do not have to exert efforts to explain to her what's going on. No, she knew.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's the atmosphere of Nile TV International, but on the other hand, you've mentioned that it is a unique place to be working. It is the voice of Egypt to the world, as Dr. Taghreed always says.
Yeah.
How would you see the importance of your role in it, in Nile TV International, speaking to the world?
When I know, for example, that all the diplomatic, all the embassies, all dignitaries, all the diplomatic missions here in Egypt, they knew more about us from Nile TV International. They knew the exact info or the exact data about a specific piece of news from Nile TV International. This made me so proud. And to know well that I'm going to shoulder this responsibility, particularly in times of crises, in times of difficulties. For example, when I knew that some of the international channels took from us during the January 2011 events, this made me very proud that I do give them the correct data, the story in detail, without any modifications. And of course, I know that people know what modifications are. And this is, again, this mutual confidence, the mutual trust between Nile TV International and the viewers. This is something which is very valuable, and we are working to maintain this as the base, at the base of our relations.
Yes, and finally, Nermeen, what is the message that you would like to send to the youthful anchors and the youth coming to be working at Nile TV International as TV presenters, and to the youthful generations watching Nile TV International nowadays from Egypt and the world?
To all the anchors who joined us recently in Nile TV International, feel at home and feel that you are now members of a big family. Consider yourself here in a very patriotic mission to introduce Egypt to the world. Consider yourself as a messenger who is giving the recent and the most recent news about Egypt to the world, then in a very honest manner, and consider yourself something to be proud of. I mean, we are all proud of being here. And to all who are watching us, all our viewers, please do know that we are exerting the utmost efforts to serve you and to be all the time of the very trustable sources of media, very trustable sources of news. This is Nile TV International. Ahmed.
Yes, Nermeen Abdulrahman, a name associated with credibility, commitment, and the unique voice of sports journalists, and a friend for me and a mentor for me as well. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on
I
ITV.
cannot tell you to what extent I'm proud of you, Ahmed. Ahmed is one of the best, and I hope that all our newcomers are going to take Ahmed as a role model, because he really deserves it. Thank you, Ahmed.
Anytime, I learned for you, and we will be taking a quick break, so stay tuned.